Hi there, I'm Colleen McCurdy from the Spearfish United Methodist Church, and I welcome you to our yoga practice today. We're going to be talking about forgiveness today, and I'm going to read a fairly long scripture from Matthew. It's a parable, and then I'm going to read you two quotes all about forgiveness. So this is from Matthew 18, verses 21 through 35. Peter came to Jesus and asked, "Lord, how many times shall I forgive my brother or sister who sins against me? Up to 7 times?" Jesus answered, "I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times. The kingdom of heaven is like a king who wanted to settle accounts with his servants. As he began the settlement, a man who owed him 10,000 bags of gold was brought to him. Since he was not able to pay, the master ordered that he and his wife and his children and all that he had be sold to repay the debt. At this, the servant fell on his knees before him. 'Be patient with me,' he begged, 'and I will pay back everything.' The servant's master took pity on him, canceled the debt, and let him go. But when that servant went out, he found one of his fellow servants who owed him 100 silver coins. He grabbed him and began to choke him. 'Pay back what you owe me,' he demanded. His fellow servant fell to his knees and begged him, 'Be patient with me and I will pay it back.' But he refused. Instead, he went off and had the man thrown into prison until he could pay the debt. When the other servants saw what had happened, they were outraged and went and told their master everything that had gone on. Then the master called the servant in. 'You wicked servant,' he said, 'I canceled all that debt of yours because you begged me to. Shouldn't you have had mercy on your fellow servant just as I had on you?' In anger, his master handed him over to the jailers until he should pay back all he owed. This is how my heavenly Creator will treat each of you unless you forgive your brother or sister from your heart." And from Louis B. Smedes, "To forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that that prisoner was you." And from Gandhi, "The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong." Our breath prayer today is a very simple statement. I can forgive. So during the practice, I will make time for us to say that in our minds and make it a prayer. We're going to be doing some shoulder work today, both to loosen up our shoulders and then to strengthen them. So that means we're going to spend a lot of time on the floor, on our hands, and also on our knees. And so I want to give you the option of grabbing a towel, either a hand towel like this or a regular bath towel, so that you can put your hands on it when you're on the floor or your knees, okay? So if you want to grab that now, you can pause this and then come back. And so we're going to start with a warm-up for the whole body, and this is called the Dance of Shiva. We start with 1 foot back and 1 foot forward, and we come up and rock onto our front toes, and then back. Toes and back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to bring that back knee forward as we come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we're going to tip that foot in a little bit. That was 8, 7, and then raise the same arm. That was 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we get our other hand engaged and tuck it around that belly button. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it on 1. And hold. And release. Let's reverse it. Take the other foot forward and rock onto the toes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the back knee comes forward. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then take that foot across the body. 8. And that arm comes up too. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage the other hand. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold on 1. And release it. There we go. Let's roll our shoulders a little bit. Then take the hands behind the back. Clasp the hands and then straighten those elbows. Lift the heart up. Deep breaths. Let go of the hands. Bring one arm across the body. Support it with the other elbow. Gently pull on the shoulder. And reverse. And release it. Sun salutation. Stepping to the top of your mat. Feet are hip width apart, parallel to each other. And we take a deep breath in. Lift the arms. Exhale to a forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale down and step back to plank. Remember that all our planks can either be level, hips about like that, or a little higher, but never lower, because that's the next pose we're going to do. We're going to turn over the feet, then lower the hips, and lift the chin and the head up. So our neck is long, shoulders are pressing with the arms down into the mat. And then tuck those toes over and downward dog. Pedal out your feet. Make sure the shoulders are down away from the ears and the neck is loose. And walk the feet up toward the hands. Remember, hip width apart, parallel. Inhale, half lift. Extend that crown of the head forward. Pull the belly in. Exhale, back down again. And extend up. Hands to heart center. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale down, step back to plank. This time we're going to lower it down to the mat. And come up to cobra. Tuck the toes and downward dog. Take a couple of breaths here again. You can wiggle anything that needs to be loosened. Then walk the feet up to the hands. Half lift, inhale. Exhale down. Inhale, lift all the way up. Hands to heart center. And one more. Lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, I'm going to only take the right foot back to lunge. That left foot is extending back as far as it can. Then the heart is lifting. Crown of the head is extended forwards, the length, you're lengthening your neck. And pull that belly in. Then step back to plank. Lower down to the mat. Cobra. Tuck the toes, downward dog. Whew. A few breaths here. And walk the feet up to the hands. Forward, or half lift, inhale. Exhale down. Inhale, lift up. Hands to heart center, exhale. And now we can think our breath prayer. I can, on the inhale, forgive on the exhale. Open your eyes, release the hands. Step the right foot back into a warrior two. Left knee is right over the ankle. Shoulders remain down and relaxed as you lift your arms. Extend out through the fingertips. Look out over the left arm. Reverse warrior, take the left up. Take the elbow down to the knee. This is extended side angle or Parsvakonasana. Back to reverse warrior. Parsvakonasana. Reverse warrior. Straighten the front knee and take that left arm down to triangle. We're going to circle our right arm one direction 4 times. 1, try to get the full range of motion. 2, 3, and 4. End up at the top, and then reverse direction. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to the top, bend that knee a little bit, come back to warrior 2. Eagle arms. Take the right elbow over the left. We're facing toward the long side of our mat. Then lift those elbows up as high as you can. Then we're going to bring our right foot up to our left, to the top of the mat, and then wrap that right leg around the left into a full eagle. Release the arms and step the right foot back into warrior 1. So our right foot is at 45-degree angle. Left knee right over the ankle. Lift the arms. Keep the shoulders down so the arms are not tucked close to your ears, but a little farther out. Then bring the elbows down and out. Take the hands behind your back and clasp them Straighten them out. Lift that heart, and then we're going to drop the chest toward the leg. You can go down as far as you like. And lift the hands up toward the ceiling. If that doesn't work very well for your hands to be up there, you can just have them down on your back. And let's release it up, warrior one. Straighten the front leg now. Bring the elbows down and out. Clasp behind you. And again, drop the chest down as far as you can. Again, arms can be down or up. And lift up into warrior one. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step back into plank. Upward dog. So turn those feet over. Lower the hips. If your knees need to be down on the floor, that's okay. If you can bring them up, that is even better. And then we're going to roll back over onto our toes and come into downward dog. Now lower your knees to the mat, and here's where you can grab your towel if you'd like. Knees now are either hip width apart or slightly wider. And we're going to inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring that right hand down to our lower back. Then inhale again. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Bring the arm and the head down. That ear is right in line with my arm, and my arm is parallel to the floor. Hold here for a couple more breaths. And then lower that hand to the mat. Take the other hand out to join it. And then come up to spider fingers. Okay, you're on your tippy fingers. Okay. And we're going to walk it forward and drop the forehead to the mat. Keep those elbows high and then melt that heart down. So you're feeling a really good stretch in the shoulder blades and the shoulders. Walk it back in. Come all the way up. Lift the hands. Inhale. All the way up to the top. This time, take the left hand back behind the back. Inhale again. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Come down, arm to parallel to the mat. Hold and breathe. Take that hand down to the mat. Take the other one to meet it. Again, come up to spider fingers and walk the spiders forward. Drop the forehead to the mat, and again, melt the heart. Walk it back in. But this time we're not going to go all the way up. We're going to put our elbows on the floor. And then tuck the back toes. Lift the hips up into dolphin. And here we're extending tall through the shoulders. Keep the neck loose, and then press that tailbone up to the ceiling. And release it. Lower the knees to the mat. Come up into table. And let's do some cat-cows. Let's inhale first to cow. Drop the belly. Lift the chest. Exhale, round the back over, drop the head, and cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And walk the hands a little bit forward and tuck the toes to downward dog. We're going to make our dog really long here, so step the feet back a little bit. And now we're going to make a cat back with our middle back and let the head fall between our arms, and then lower the hips, and then come forward, rolling the feet over into an upward dog. And then slide it back to downward dog. And 2 more times. Roll up into that cat back. Let the hips come forward. Then raise the head, lower the hips, down, upward dog. Slide back to down dog. And 1 more time. Cat, arch that back. Then come forward, turning the feet over, and upward dog. And back to down dog. You've done really great. Let's walk our feet forward to our hands. Half lift, inhale. Exhale down. Lift all the way up. And take the arms out to the side now and just rotate your wrists a little bit. We put a lot of pressure on them. And then we're going to do it again on the other side. So maybe shake them out a little bit. And then step the left foot back to warrior 2. Again, keeping the shoulders down. Extend the arms up. Look over that right arm. Reverse warrior. Elbow to the knee into Parsvakonasana. Back to reverse warrior. Over to Parsvakonasana. Reverse warrior. And then straighten that leg over to triangle. And again, our circles. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. End up at the top. Reverse the circle. 1, 2, 3, and 4. End up at the top. Bend the right knee a little bit. Come up into warrior 2. And eagle arms. Left arm over the right this time. Wrap the hands around. Lift the elbows. Then step the left foot up to meet the right. And wrap that left leg around the right into full eagle. Release the arms, step the left foot back into warrior 2. Warrior 1. And lift those arms up, keep the shoulders down. Deep breaths. Bring the elbows down and out. Clasp the hands behind the back. Straighten them out and then lift the heart. And then drop toward the leg. Arms are either low or high. Let's bring it up to warrior one. Straighten the front knee. Elbows down and out. Hands behind, clasp. Straighten the elbows, lift the heart, and then fold yourself forward, hinging at the hips. Back to warrior one. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat and step back to plank. Turn those feet over, lower the hips, upward dog. And downward dog. Take a few breaths here. Remember to broaden those shoulders out. Tailbone is lifting up as high as it can go. Then lower the knees to the mat and bring the body up. Inhale, lift up. Take the left hand behind you, exhale. Inhale again. And exhale, hinge at the hips and come forward, parallel to the floor. Take that hand to the mat and the other around to meet it. Up to spider fingers, walk it forward. And again, drop your forehead to the floor, melt the heart down. Walk the hands in. And come on up, and we're going to reverse it. Inhale, lift the arms. Take the right hand behind you. Inhale. Exhale, come forward. Lower the hand to the mat. Bring the right up toward it. And walk the spider fingers forward. Drop the forehead and the chest. And walk the hands back in. Take the elbows to the floor. Tuck the toes, lift into dolphin. Again, shake the head so you keep that neck loose. And lower the knees. Come up to your hands. Lift or breathe in. Cow, lifting the chest and the heart. Exhale the cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more, cow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cat. Now walk the hands a little bit forward, tuck the back toes, and lift into downward dog. Remember, this is our long dog, so we're going to walk our feet a little bit back farther. Come up to the toes, round that back over, and then roll those hips down, turn the feet over into upward dog. Remember, your knees can be down or up like this. Slide back to downward dog. Arc it up, cat, moving it forward and down into upward dog. And downward dog. And last time, up the toes, cat back, then rock that hip, those hips forward and down into upward dog. And slide back to downward dog. Lower the knees, take them out wide, big toes are touching, and sit back into child's pose. Take your breath prayer here. I can forgive. Your arms can be forward like this, or if you're tired of having your arms up, you can bring them back beside your legs. And take a few breaths here, nice and deep. And gently bring yourself back up. Walk the hands forward, tuck the toes to downward dog. And then walk it forward. Half lift, inhale. Exhale down. Inhale, lift all the way up. And exhale, arms out to the side. We're going to go through that whole routine again, but faster, so it won't take near as long. We're going to do both sides at once. So take the right foot back, warrior two. And we're going to shorten other things a little bit too. So arms up, reverse warrior, inhale. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Inhale, back to reverse. Exhale, over. Inhale, reverse. Over to triangle. This time we're just going to do 2 circles going each way. So let's go 1, 2, and then the other way. 1 and 2. Bend the knee, back up to warrior 2. Eagle arms, right elbow over the left, lift it up. Then walk the right foot up to the left. Wrap it around, eagle. Release the arms, step the right foot back to warrior 1. And arms up. We're going to go right back to clasp hands. Extend that heart forward and then drop the chest to the leg. And lift to warrior 1. Straighten the leg. Clasp the hands behind again. Extend the chest and drop it. Bend that knee back into warrior 1, lift the arms. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Back to plank. And we're just going to lower our knees. Bring the body up. Inhale, lift both arms up. Right hand behind, exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, pivot forward. Hand down to the mat with the other one coming forward. Spider fingers, walk them forward. Drop it down. And walk it in. Take the left hand behind the back. Inhale and exhale forward. Take the hand to the mat and the other one. Spider fingers, walking forward. Melt that heart. And walk it in. Elbows. Moving into dolphin with a little bit of a variation. So tuck the toes, lift the hips. And this time we're going to raise our right leg up behind us. Bring it down. Left leg up. And down. Lower the knees to the mat. Come up to the hands. And then tuck the toes to downward dog. This is our long dog again. So keep those feet back. We're just going to do one of these. So roll up to the cat. And come forward into upward dog. Hold here for a couple of breaths. Downward dog. Walk the feet forward to the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, out. Step the left foot back to warrior two. Shoulders are relaxed. Fingertips extending out. And reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, Parsvakonasana. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, over. Inhale, reverse. Exhale to triangle, straightening the front leg. And 2 circles going each way. 1, 2, reverse it. 1 and 2. Bend that knee, warrior 2. Eagle arms, take the left over the right. Lift it up. Step the left foot up to the right. And then wrap it around into eagle. Release the arms, step the left foot back to warrior 1. Arms up, inhale. And hands behind. Clasp the hands, straighten the elbows. With the heart extended up, drop the chest. Lift to warrior 1. Straighten the front knee. Hands behind. Fold yourself forward. Come up to warrior 1 again. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Feet back to down to plank. And then lower the knees. Bring the body up. Lift both arms. Inhale. Left hand behind the back. Right hand forward and parallel. Down to the mat. Left hand meets it, up to spider fingers, walk it forward. Melt the heart. Walk it back in. Lift the hands again. Inhale. Take the right hand behind the back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come on forward. Drop that hand to the mat. Bring the right down to it. Spider fingers. Walk forward. Again, drop that heart. And walk it back in. Put the elbows on the mat. Tuck the toes, lift the hips to dolphin. And the left leg comes up. And down. And the right leg up. And down. Lower the knees. Tuck the toes to downward dog. Okay, keeping those feet back farther. We're gonna bring our cat back up to the toes. Shift the weight forward and upward dog. Just set the knees down. Draw the hips back into child's pose. Gently press yourself up and come around into a seated position with your legs crisscrossed. All right, arms down beside you. Lift them up. Inhale. Now just drop the right hand to the mat and stretch over to the side. Exhale. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, left arm down. Side stretch. Inhale, up. Right down, exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, down, left. Inhale, center. And both hands down. Take your hands behind you again. We're going to clasp them like we did before, but this time we're going to bend our elbows and bring both hands, the fist, to our right hip. And then try to draw the shoulders back. Now move them to your left hip. So we're trying to lift our sternum here and draw those shoulder blades back. And go ahead and release it. We're going to roll our shoulders a little bit. Now, keep those shoulders nice and relaxed down. And then just drop the head forward. Don't force it. Just let gravity take your chin down toward the chest. And then just tip your chin toward the left shoulder. Back to center, and then to the right. Now just go ahead and roll it around in the front. You can roll to the side and maybe slightly back, but don't roll it all the way so that your head is behind you. Bad for the cervical spine there. and the nerves that run through it. And then come to center. Oh, we're just going to give ourselves a hug. So cross either arm over and then just grab onto the shoulders and let the elbows fall down onto your chest. Let's release it and then reverse it. You worked hard today. My shoulders are a little worn out. And release. Go ahead and roll down onto your backs. We're just going to move right into Shavasana here, so stretch those legs out. If you want to take one final stretch with the arms up over the head, you can do that. Squeeze the muscles a little bit. And eventually bring the arms down toward the sides. Deep breaths. You can close by thinking your mantra, I can forgive. As your breath calms and your body relaxes and integrates all of the work you just did. Continue to lie here for at least 5 more minutes. I am going to sit up and bid you goodbye. So to this week, think about forgiveness, about maybe who you can forgive or if you need to forgive yourself. And then also ask God for forgiveness. Have a wonderful week. Namaste.